What's up, it's Metrotro. Today we'll be diving into a question that me and most of you guys have been probably asking yourselves for the last year. What will happen to Superman? Since the coaster closed, and even before that, there's been tons of speculation about this coaster, and what happens to it will affect the success of Magic Mountain and the future of Magic Mountain. But first, let's take a trip down memory lane and have a short recap of the history of Superman. Superman opened in 1997 as the first roller coaster to reach 100 miles per hour. It reached 400 feet in height, and it was the first roller coaster to use LSM technology, which is now the primary launch system for a roller coaster. It was a massive success amongst guests, revolutionized the coaster industry, and helped Magic Mountain reach its full potential. It truly is an icon of Magic Mountain and dominates this park's skyline. In recent years though, Superman has struggled with mechanical issues and downtime. It was renamed as Superman Escape from Krypton in 2011 when they switched the cars to face backwards, and since then, Superman has stayed popular ride but slowly becomes less popular. I mean, would you rather go on Tatsu or Superman? I'll go on Tatsu any day. In 2024, Superman was mostly closed, and it closed for sure in 2025. The thing is, there are big problems with Superman being closed. First, now that Magic Mountain lost Superman, it lacks a tall coaster. There's Goliath, but let's be real, Goliath isn't that good, even though the guests like it. And Six Flags Magic Mountain is a really big park. They need more than one pretty tall coaster. The second problem is that even though Superman is closed, its tower is still there. It serves for Lex Luthor Drop of Doom, but also leads new guests to think that there is a ride there, and then they ask an employee, and the employee's like, oh, that ride closed, and then the new guests like disappointed kinda. The third big problem is that it is just taking a lot of space on the mountain. This leads us to a lot of speculation over different theories about what might happen to Superman. There are a lot of different theories about this, and a lot of people are making really cool theories, so I'll cover 6 of the big theories and say my thoughts on them. Okay, so the first theory is that SNS will remake Superman. They've posted a very suspicious post on Instagram about how Superman is a SNS coaster and has a 208-foot vertical track. This may be an employee mistake, but how can you make a mistake like that and then not say that you made a mistake later? Although Superman/SNS coaster would be really cool, I would say that it's highly unlikely because SNS has aero technologies, but they don't really have any Intamin technologies that I know of, so they wouldn't be the best fit to redo Superman. Also, Superman had its train removed. One train might have gotten delivered to the National Roller Coaster Museum, but we don't know what has happened to the other one. Some people think SNS was looking at Superman the last time they checked out X2, but that is a very uncredible source. Okay, so the second theory is that Zamperla redoes Superman. This is one of my theories. But now that Zamperla has redone Top Thrill 2, they have some Intamin technologies, and they could maybe redo Superman with another tower, but I would say that would not attract more GP because it's not a really big novelty, so I don't think that will happen unless Zamperla does some really new stuff. The third theory is that Superman will be kept untouched and serve as the tower for Lex Luthor Drop of Doom. I can see this one happen, but honestly, it seems pretty mediocre from Six Flags. Lex Luthor isn't very reliable, and they could build a smaller version of the drop tower at Kadia City and market it as a new attraction, and that would make them more money. But even though it's mediocre, it does seem possible, and some more evidence that this will happen is that recently Magic Mountain has had to close Lex Luthor to do something with the Superman structure, which seems very suspicious. The fourth theory is that Superman will have its launch track completely demolished, but its tower will be kept and be used or not used as a support for a new Giga/Strata coaster. This is another theory that I can see happening, and I really like this theory as it will keep the iconic Superman structure and Lex Luthor, but provide a modern thrills that will attract guests to the park. The fifth theory is that Superman will be completely demolished. Honestly, I don't have really much to say about this theory. It's pretty basic. I can see Six Flags doing it, but not putting anything in the plot would be kind of basic. The sixth and final theory is about the 2018 pass holder survey. So in 2018, pass holders had a survey with a video showing a remade Superman that was kind of like Top Thrill Dragster, but longer and kind of like the theories for the new Great Adventure King Dakar replacement. I think that would be a great idea, but it has not happened yet, and the survey was so long ago that Six Flags probably just abandoned this project, or will be getting something similar to this, which would be pretty cool. If you agree or disagree with me, please comment. If you enjoyed this video, please like, and I will not pressure you to subscribe if you want to. Bye.